Your feelings are lying to you. Not to protect you, not to help you, but to keep you exactly where you are. They tell you that you're tired, when in reality you're undisciplined. They tell you that you're overwhelmed, when the truth is you're avoiding responsibility. They tell you to slow down, to wait, to rest, while your life quietly slips behind others. This is Stoic Mindset, a channel for those who are done being controlled by emotions, impulses, and excuses. Here, we don't chase comfort. We build control. Modern society teaches you to listen to your feelings. The Stoics taught the opposite. Feelings are reactions, not commands. And yet most people hand their entire life over to moods, fear, and inner resistance. They act only when they feel ready. They stop when things feel uncomfortable. They mistake emotion for truth and pay for it with mediocrity. Today's video is a confrontation, because one of the most dangerous lies you've accepted is this: that your feelings deserve authority over your actions. They don't. In this video, you will learn why emotions often sabotage discipline, how feelings distort reality at critical moments, and how to regain control without becoming cold, empty, or disconnected from yourself. This is not about suppressing emotions. It's about putting them in their proper place. If you're new here, subscribe to Stoic Mindset. If this message challenges you, support it with a like. And write in the comments, "I choose control." Now stay focused, because the truth you're about to hear will attack your comfort first, and your weakness second. Your feelings are not a compass. They are a warning system, and often a broken one. Pain, discomfort, anxiety. Your emotions label all of this as danger. But danger and growth feel the same to an undisciplined mind. Training hurts. Silence feels heavy. Responsibility feels overwhelming. So your feelings step in and whisper, "Stop. Slow down. This isn't right for you." That voice has destroyed more potential than failure ever did. The Stoics understood something modern people refuse to accept. What feels bad is often what makes you stronger. Your emotions evolved to protect you from immediate harm, not long-term weakness. They care about the present moment, not the future version of you. They will gladly trade your potential for short-term comfort. This is why discomfort triggers avoidance. This is why resistance feels like a threat. And this is why most people retreat the moment life becomes demanding. A Stoic does not blindly trust pain, but he does not fear it either. He asks a different question: is this pain destroying me or disciplining me? Most of the time, it's disciplining you. Every time you escape discomfort, you train your mind to believe one thing: I am not capable. Every time you endure it calmly, you train a different belief: I decide what breaks me. Pain is not the enemy. Obedience to pain is. Control is built in moments where your feelings beg you to stop, and you continue anyway. Motivation is not a force. It's an excuse. Your feelings tell you that you need to want to act before you act, that you need the right mood, the right energy, the right emotional alignment. And so you wait. You wait for motivation, and nothing happens. Days pass. Weeks pass. Your life stays exactly the same. The Stoics never waited for motivation. They understood a hard truth modern people reject. Action comes first, feelings follow. Motivation is a reward, not a requirement. When you act despite resistance, your mind adapts. When you act despite fatigue, confidence grows. When you act without emotional permission, control is established. But if you wait until you feel like it, you surrender authority to something unstable. Feelings change with sleep, stress, food, opinions, weather. Build your life on that, and it will collapse. This is why emotionally driven people start many things and finish nothing. They confuse desire with discipline. They mistake excitement for commitment. A Stoic does not ask, "How do I feel today?" He asks, "What must be done?" Standards replace motivation. Principles replace moods. Identity replaces emotion. You don't train because you're inspired. You train because this is who you decided to be. When feelings say, "Not today," discipline answers, "That's irrelevant." You don't rise to the level of motivation. You fall to the level of discipline you've built. And discipline does not negotiate with your emotions. One of the most dangerous lies your feelings ever whisper is this: "This is who I am." You feel anxious, and you tell yourself, "I am an anxious person." You feel weak, and you say, "I am weak." You feel tired, and you accept it as truth, not as a temporary state. You feel unmotivated, and you hand over your identity to that fleeting emotion. This is not self-awareness. This is emotional imprisonment. Feelings are temporary. They are responses to circumstances, not the blueprint of your character. Yet most people live as if they are permanent labels, building lives based on transient moods. They confuse emotion with identity, reaction with who they are capable of becoming. The Stoics warned against this centuries ago. They understood that the world will always stir your emotions. Fear, frustration, anxiety, all will arrive uninvited. But true power comes when you refuse to let them define your essence. When character is anchored in principles, emotions become weather to endure, not chains to obey. Think about it. How often have you felt inadequate in a moment of stress? Did that moment define you? Or did it reveal an opportunity to act despite it? How often have you let a feeling of boredom dictate your actions, convincing yourself that you are lazy or unmotivated, instead of confronting the task before you? Your feelings describe the present moment, not your potential. They react to stimuli, exaggerate danger, minimize rewards, and lie constantly. But your identity must be built on choice, not mood, on discipline, not impulse, on vision, not sensation. A Stoic does not say, "I feel fear, therefore I am afraid." He says, "I feel fear, and I will act anyway." He does not say, "I feel fatigue, therefore I stop." He says, "I feel fatigue, and I will persevere." Every time you identify with a feeling, you give it power. Every time you act despite a feeling, you reclaim authority. This is the fine line between a life ruled by emotions and a life ruled by principles. You are not your feelings. You are the one observing them, questioning them, and deciding how to respond. And the person who masters this control does not merely survive. He builds a life immune to the chaos of his own mind. This is one of the deadliest traps your mind sets for you. The belief that you must feel ready before you take action. Your emotions tell you, "Not now. Wait until you feel confident. Wait until you feel inspired. Wait until the fear is gone." And so you wait. Minutes turn into hours, hours into days, days into years. Nothing changes. You remain trapped in the exact version of yourself you've always been. The Stoics refused to wait. They knew that readiness is a lie invented by fear. Action comes first, mastery comes later. Motivation is a byproduct of movement, not a prerequisite. Feelings are unstable. They fluctuate with sleep, stress, hunger, and circumstances beyond your control. If you build your life on waiting for the perfect emotional state, your life collapses at the first sign of discomfort. Discipline, on the other hand, is constant. It does not ask permission from moods. It does not require validation from feelings. It is a standard, a law, and a principle that governs your actions independent of the chaos inside you. Imagine a soldier waiting to feel ready before charging into battle. Imagine an athlete waiting to feel motivated before training. Imagine a person waiting to feel inspired before building their life. All would fail. Every single one. The Stoic asks, "What must I do?" Not, "How do I feel about doing it?" When feelings scream, "Stop." Discipline whispers, "Do it anyway." Action kills fear. Action builds confidence. Action creates momentum. Motivation is never found first. It is earned in the process. This is why the weak wait for permission from their own minds. The strong act despite internal protest. The strong create momentum, and momentum overwhelms emotion. You will never feel ready until you are ready, and you are never ready until you act. The lie is believing that feelings can dictate your timing. The truth is that action dictates everything. The most dangerous lie is this, that your emotions are qualified to make decisions for you. Every time you let anger, fear, or desire lead, you surrender power. Every time you follow a fleeting impulse, you feed weakness. Every time you justify an action with "I feel like it," you build chains stronger than steel. Feelings are unreliable advisors. They are short-term, self-serving, and manipulative. They prioritize comfort over growth, avoidance over courage, survival over excellence. Yet most people live as if their feelings hold the keys to wisdom. They make financial decisions based on panic. They make relationship decisions based on jealousy. They make career decisions based on temporary doubt. The Stoics saw through this. They did not deny feelings. They observed them. They analyzed them. They measured them against reason. But they never let emotions dictate action. Imagine making a life-changing choice based on fear. or reacting to criticism with rage, or abandoning a challenge because of momentary discomfort. This is how ordinary people remain average. This is how lives are quietly wasted. A Stoic acts from principle, not from sensation. He asks, does this serve my long-term purpose, or does it gratify my immediate feelings? The answer guides action, not the emotional outburst in the moment. When feelings scream, a Stoic listens, but he does not obey. He makes decisions as if he were outside himself, calm, rational, and disciplined. Your emotions are guests in your mind. They can speak, but they do not own the house. You choose. You act. You decide. If you give feelings authority, you live in chaos. If you act despite feelings, you live in power. And that power is what separates the weak from the strong, the reactive from the proactive, the ordinary from the Stoic. By now, you should understand one thing. Your feelings are liars. Every excuse, every hesitation, every wave of doubt has been engineered by your own mind to keep you small. The world does not reward comfort. It rewards action, courage, endurance, and clarity. And your emotions will fight you at every turn. Fear tells you to retreat. Doubt tells you to wait. Laziness tells you to rest. And if you listen, they will steal everything you could have achieved. Here is the brutal truth. No one will push you harder than life itself. No one will punish weakness more than reality. No one will forgive hesitation, delay, or cowardice. So why hand over authority to feelings that lie? Why allow ephemeral emotions to dictate permanent outcomes? The Stoics mastered this. They recognized the pain of growth and acted anyway. They observed discomfort without surrender. They separated observation from obedience. They endured rejection, loss, fear, and doubt. Yet they did not let these feelings decide their destiny. This is your opportunity. This is your moment to stop blaming, stop rationalizing, stop waiting. Discomfort is your teacher. Resistance is your signpost. Fear is your invitation. The weak will continue to let their feelings write their story. The strong, the Stoics, will write theirs with action, not emotion. Ask yourself, will I obey my fleeting feelings, or will I obey my principles? Will I shrink in the face of discomfort, or will I endure? Will I surrender my potential to emotional chaos, or will I claim it with discipline? Everything you desire lies on the other side of this choice. Feelings will never build the life you want. They will never create wealth, courage, or mastery. Only deliberate action, rooted in reason, principle, and relentless discipline, will do that. And the moment you accept this truth, you stop being a victim of your mind. You become the master of yourself, unshaken, unwavering, unstoppable. Understanding the lies your feelings tell is one thing. Applying discipline to act despite them is another. Here are the principles the Stoics lived by, and you can start today. 1. Observe without obeying. Emotions are signals, not orders. Fear, anger, or desire may speak, but you decide if you act. Notice it. Name it. Separate yourself from it. I feel fear is observation. I will not act because of fear is surrender. 2. Anchor yourself in purpose, not pleasure. Your actions should align with who you want to be, not how you feel. Discomfort is inevitable. Pleasure is fleeting. Do the right thing, even when it feels wrong. 3. Build non-negotiable habits. Discipline replaces motivation. Standards replace moods. Decide what you do daily and stick to it, whether you feel like it or not. The rules govern you, not your feelings. 4. Visualize resistance before it comes. Expect fear, doubt, and laziness. Anticipate the emotional obstacles to every task. When they appear, you are prepared, and your mind does not panic. 5. Transform pain into training. Every uncomfortable feeling is an opportunity. Hunger for growth. Embrace suffering as a forge for character. Endure what others flee from, and you gain what others never will. 6. Keep perspective. Feelings exaggerate the moment. Fear magnifies threats. Desire distorts reality. Step back. Ask, will this matter in a year? A decade? Most emotional reactions are meaningless in the long view. 7. Choose action over comfort, always. This is the final principle. Waiting to feel right. Waiting to feel motivated. Waiting to feel safe. It is the trap that destroys lives. Action, even when feelings scream no, is the key to mastery. Applying these principles is hard. It will hurt. It will exhaust you. It will make your mind scream. Good. That's the point. Emotions are loud because they want to control you. You become strong when you act despite them. You become sovereign when you choose principle over pleasure. If you have followed this far, one thing should be clear. Your feelings will try to sabotage you every single day. Anger, doubt, fear, laziness, desire. They are relentless. They do not negotiate. And if you let them, they will dictate the shape of your life, silently, invisibly, destructively. Discipline is your weapon against this chaos. Discipline is not comfort. Discipline is not ease. Discipline is mastery of yourself when the mind screams to surrender. The Stoics built it through repeated, conscious choice. Every time you endure discomfort, every time you act against fear, every time you override your impulses, your mind strengthens. Every time you obey feelings, your mind weakens. Here's the key principle. Emotions are data. Your decisions are action. You collect information from how you feel, but the command comes from reason. Fear may warn you of danger, but it does not decide your courage. Doubt may whisper hesitation, but it does not determine your perseverance. Pain may scream to quit, but it does not control your endurance. You are not a passenger in your own life. You are the driver. And if you drive according to emotions, your journey ends in mediocrity. You will feel discomfort. You will feel fear. You will feel weakness. Good. That is the test. What matters is your response. Do you shrink? Do you obey? Do you escape? Or do you stand? Do you endure? Do you act? Discipline is invisible in the moment, but its effects are eternal. Each decision to act despite feelings compounds into mastery. Each surrender compounds into regret. Train your mind like a soldier. Force yourself into the uncomfortable, the painful, the necessary. Observe feelings. Analyze them. Respect them. But do not obey them. Control your reactions, or they will control you. The life you want exists beyond emotion. The power you seek lies beyond comfort. This is it. The moment most people cannot face. Your feelings will never be on your side. They will never encourage you, comfort you, or protect you from life's hard truths. Every hesitation, every excuse, every wave of doubt is designed to keep you small. They will lie to you endlessly. You are too tired. You are not ready. You don't deserve it. You can wait. And if you obey these lies, your life will decay silently. Time will pass. Opportunities will vanish. And one day you will look in the mirror and realize that you gave up power to a voice that does not care about your future. The Stoics called this the tyranny of emotion. It is relentless, unyielding, and merciless. It punishes weakness, but it rewards discipline. It ignores excuses, but it honors courage. It crushes those who surrender, and it elevates those who endure. Here is the final lesson. You cannot wait to feel ready. You cannot wait to feel brave. You cannot wait to feel motivated. You act, and the feelings follow. You endure, and the mind adjusts. You decide, and your emotions obey. No one else will save you. No one else will confront your weakness. No one else will force you to stand when you feel like collapsing. You alone hold the key to your mastery. You alone can choose principle over impulse, reason over reaction, action over hesitation. Every day you fail to act is a day surrendered to weakness. Every day you obey your feelings is a day wasted. This is not comfort. This is not kindness. This is reality. The only way forward is to embrace discomfort, ignore the lies, and act decisively. Because the moment you stop obeying your feelings, the moment you start choosing discipline over emotion, is the moment you take control of your life. Unshakable, unrelenting, unstoppable. You have heard the truth. Your feelings are liars. They deceive, they manipulate, and they will keep you small if you allow it. They tell you to stop, to wait, to surrender, and most people obey them blindly. But not you. Not anymore. The Stoics knew what modern life often forgets. Growth, mastery, and power are forged in the moments you act despite fear, despite doubt, despite resistance. Emotions are signals. They are not commands. Discipline, reason, and principle are your guides. Act, and your feelings will follow. From this moment forward, remember these truths. Feelings are temporary. Your identity is permanent. Do not define yourself by what you feel. Define yourself by what you choose to do. Action precedes motivation. Do not wait to feel ready. The moment you act, the mind will adjust. The moment you endure, strength is built. Discipline is the ultimate power. Feelings come and go. Discipline persists. Build non-negotiable habits. Make decisions based on principle, not mood. Obey principles, not impulses. Every time you follow a feeling, you lose authority. Every time you act despite a feeling, you reclaim control over your life. Life will continue to challenge you. It will test your patience, your courage, and your resilience. It will throw fear, doubt, discomfort, and frustration in your path. And it will keep doing so until you finally take control. So ask yourself, will you obey your emotions today, as you have in the past? Or will you act with reason, with courage, with relentless discipline? The choice is yours. Your feelings will scream. Your mind will protest. The world will pressure you. Good. That is the point. Endure. Act. Master yourself. Because the life you want, the power you crave, the person you are capable of becoming, it all waits on the other side of this choice. If this video challenged you, if it pushed you, if it forced you to face the uncomfortable truth about yourself, do not ignore it.